But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or at his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." 1 Samuel 16:7. God looks past the surface. He peers deep into the quiet, unseen chambers of the human spirit. It is there, in the heart, where true strength is found. But Ruth said, "Entreat me not to leave you, or to turn back from following after you. For wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God." These are not the words of mere obligation, spoken from duty alone. They are the words of a fierce and loyal love, a covenant forged in the fires of shared grief. Ruth, a woman from Moab, had lost her husband, one of Naomi's own sons. Naomi, bitter and broken by the loss of her husband and both her sons, urged her to return to her own family. In her mind, she had nothing left to offer. It was the sensible choice, the safe path back to a familiar culture and the gods of her youth. But Ruth's heart had been captured by something greater than safety, something deeper than familiarity. Imagine the scene. Two lonely figures on a dusty road, the world stretching out before them, uncertain and vast. Naomi points back toward the green fields of Moab, a past that could still be reclaimed. Orpah, her other daughter-in-law, weeps and turns back, making the logical decision. But Ruth does not move. She clings to Naomi, an anchor in a sea of loss. She chooses a foreign land, a foreign people, and the God of Naomi, a God she had come to know through the love of this family. Her courage was not a single grand gesture, but a steady, daily yes. A quiet faithfulness lived out in the humble act of gleaning in a stranger's field. This profound act of loyalty, this brave step into the unknown, would not only secure her own future, but would place her directly in the lineage of King David, and ultimately of the Messiah. It is a powerful reminder that our most courageous choices are often quiet decisions of the heart, acts of love that ripple through eternity in ways we can never foresee. "Go, gather all the Jews who are present in Shushan, and fast for me. Neither eat nor drink for 3 days night or day. My maids and I will fast likewise. And so I will go to the king, which is against the law, and if I perish, I perish." With these words, a queen embraced her destiny. A wicked man named Haman secured a decree to annihilate the Jews. Mordecai challenged her. "Who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" To approach unsummoned was a capital offense. The palace's comfort became a cage, silence, a betrayal. Her decision was breathtaking courage. She laid down privilege, safety, even life, and sought God first. Fortified by prayer, she stepped into destiny for the deliverance of her people. In a time of deep despair for Israel, when the nation had strayed and fallen under the harsh rule of King Jabin of Canaan, a guiding voice emerged from the hill country of Ephraim. This was the era of the judges, leaders raised by God to deliver his people. Now Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth, was judging Israel at that time. She would sit under the palm tree of Deborah, a landmark between Ramah and Bethel, in the mountains of Ephraim. And the people of Israel came up to her for judgment, seeking divine wisdom for their disputes and direction for their lives. In an era dominated by male leaders, Deborah stands as a beacon of wisdom and authority. She was not a queen, nor a traditional warrior. Her power was not her own, it was rooted in her intimate relationship with God. Through her, God commanded the military leader, Barak, "Go, deploy at Mount Tabor, take 10,000 men. I will deliver him into your hand." But Barak, facing the fearsome iron chariots of the enemy, was afraid. He would not go without her. Here we see the courage of conviction. It is a courage born not of the sword, but of a deep, unwavering trust that steadies others in their moment of doubt. So she went with Barak, not as a fighter, but as a living sign of God's promise and presence. Deborah listened to God, led with faith, and empowered others to act. Her obedience created a space for a miracle, and the Lord gave a mighty victory, bringing peace to the land for 40 years. In the hallowed sanctuary at Shiloh, one woman's silent anguish rose above the festive sounds. This was Hannah. Year after year, she had endured the sharp sting of barrenness and the cruel taunts of her rival. Now, her heart could bear no more, and she was in bitterness of soul and prayed to the Lord and wept in anguish. Her prayer was not a quiet, composed petition. It was a torrent of grief poured out at God's feet, a raw and honest cry from the depths of her being. Then she made a vow and said, "O Lord of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your maidservant and remember me, and not forget your maidservant, but will give your maidservant a male child, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life." This was a promise of total dedication, an offering of the very gift she so desperately craved. Her courage was her vulnerability before God. As she prayed silently, her lips moving without a sound, the priest Eli observed her. Mistaken for drunkenness, she was instead intoxicated with sorrow and hope. It takes immense bravery to bring our deepest desires to God and be willing to surrender them completely. After Eli's blessing, she left with peace in her heart, her face no longer downcast. God heard her. In time, she bore a son and named him Samuel, meaning heard by God, a living testament to her answered prayer. True to her word, she kept her promise. With a heart full of gratitude, she brought her precious son back to Shiloh, entrusting him to the Lord's service. This act of faithfulness was not an ending, but a beginning. Hannah shows us that our most heartfelt prayers and faithful promises have the power to transform our deepest pain into divine purpose, and in doing so, change the world. Then Mary said, "Behold the maidservant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word." And the angel departed from her. It was an ordinary day in Nazareth. Mary, likely in her early teens, engaged to Joseph, and then everything changed. She, a virgin, would bear the Son of the Most High. Confusion, fear, awe, obedience would risk reputation, engagement, family honor, even life. After one clarifying question, she consented. "I am the Lord's servant." A simple yes, surrender and trust. She did not understand everything, but trusted the one who asked. Her yes opened the door to God's redemptive plan. She carried the Savior, gave birth in a stable, and pondered his mysteries in her heart. Our small yes can begin a beautiful story in God's hands. Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and that he had told her these things. Darkness covered the land. Hope was laid in a borrowed tomb. But Mary did not hide. She came to anoint him, one last act of devotion. The stone was moved, the tomb empty. They saw and left unsure, but Mary stayed. She looked in and saw two angels. She turned and saw a man she thought was the gardener. She knew him, Jesus, alive, risen.
"I have seen the Lord,"